You can take a small, highly constrained monthly amount, as little as 500 rupees, and force it to multiply over time into a substantial asset. The mechanism that does this is called a systematic investment plan, or SIP. You already pay for monthly subscriptions like electricity, phone bills, or streaming services. An SIP is exactly the same structure, but instead of buying a service, you are systematically buying an investment. To set this up correctly, we are going to walk through the math that makes this work, then execute the live setup process step by step on an app, and finally lock down the behavioral traps that cause most beginners to fail. Before opening any investment app, you need 3 administrative prerequisites ready on your desk: a PAN card, an Aadhaar card linked to an active mobile number, and a UPI-enabled bank account. Once you have these documents cleared, you stop being a passive earner. You have the tools required to start actively allocating your capital. The first mathematical principle we rely on is rupee cost averaging. This removes the stress of trying to time the market perfectly. This animated chart shows exactly how it works. By contributing a fixed amount every single month, your money automatically purchases more mutual fund units when market prices drop. That lowers the overall average cost per unit across your entire portfolio. Over time, those accumulated units trigger the second principle, compounding. The returns generated on your initial capital begin generating their own returns. On a 20-year timeline, the baseline of your actual invested money separates from the total value, accelerating upward along an exponential curve. If you invest 500 rupees a month for 20 years at a 12% return, your total out-of-pocket investment is 1.2 lakh. Your projected final value hits 5 lakh. Increase that to 1,000 rupees a month under the same parameters. You put in 2.4 lakh total. The projected value scales up to 10 lakh. Push that to 5,000 rupees a month. You invest 12 lakh over 2 decades, and the projection reaches 50 lakh. Notice how the timeline stays fixed at 20 years. The math proves that keeping your money exposed to the market for a long duration does the heavy lifting, regardless of how small your starting contribution might be. Now that the math is clear, step 1 of the actual setup is creating your account. Open your preferred mutual fund platform, navigate to the profile section, and input your PAN and Aadhaar details for the Know Your Customer, or KYC, verification. The app will immediately require an Aadhaar-linked one-time password. Entering this verifies your identity and legally activates your investment account. Next, use the platform's search bar. As a beginner, look for a high-stability index fund or a blue-chip fund. These track established, large-scale companies. When selecting your fund, you must verify that the title includes the word direct. Funds labeled regular pay hidden commission fees to brokers. Over a 20-year compounding timeline, those small percentage fees will drain thousands of rupees from your final returns. You also need to confirm the fund is set to the growth option, rather than IDCW or dividend payout. Growth ensures every rupee of profit stays inside the fund to be aggressively reinvested. With the correct fund selected, tap Start SIP. Enter your exact monthly deduction amount. Set the automated deduction date to trigger 1 or 2 days after your monthly salary hits your bank account. To authorize the system, you will make the very first payment manually using UPI. Then you will approve a bank mandate, giving the platform permission to auto-debit that specific amount every single month. Establishing this irreversible bank mandate is the most important step in this process. It completely removes your own hesitation, forgetfulness, and procrastination from the equation. The system is built. Now we have to protect it. The primary reason retail investors fail is that they manually cancel their SIP mandates the moment the market drops. A market crash actually works in your favor here. Because your monthly amount is fixed, a drop in market prices means your money buys more units on discount. This is rupee cost averaging operating at maximum efficiency. Liquidating the portfolio in the first few years destroys the math. You stop the compounding curve right before it has the time to reach its exponential growth phase. Checking your portfolio balance every day creates a false sense of volatility. Daily red numbers cause anxiety, but they are just short-term noise, masking the actual, long-term structural growth of the market. The ultimate test is not picking the perfect fund on day one. Your long-term success is determined by your ability to maintain mechanical, automated discipline when everyone else is panicking. Reaching that final auto-pay confirmation screen means your primary wealth creation engine is online. As your salary increases, you can scale this system. A Step-Up SIP allows you to instruct the app to automatically increase your monthly contribution by 10% every year, keeping your investments locked to your income growth. Remember, mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully. This system requires you to conduct your own independent financial research. By setting up this automated monthly deduction, you stop acting solely as a consumer of goods. You are now systematically buying ownership in equity.